Today, you are instructed by God to employ your healing abilities. You possess a talent that promotes recovery. I grant you the ability to heal those who are ill by simply touching them. Some individuals in your vicinity are physically impaired and require assistance with their recovery. Place your palms on them and communicate your desires. By placing your hands on the sick, including those with severe or long-term illnesses, you will be able to communicate the healing words that will significantly impact their lives. People will fully recover, celebrating and praising God for their healing and remarkable transformation in appearance, as a result of their faith. Obtain an oil container and ensure that it is always in your possession. You will be astounded by the locations, times, and opportunities that present themselves to assist individuals who are ill, in agony, and need of divine assistance. You will reach into the container, extract it, and touch an individual. The individual will perceive my hand and voice as I communicate with them through you, facilitating the healing and delivery of individuals on a physical, mental, and spiritual level. The Father declares, I am the God who confirms your hope, and when you speak the word, people will be refreshed and given hope again. You may be contemplating, I must be content. How can I assist others? I implore you, my dear, to transcend your desires and observe the results. Observe my actions, not only for the benefit of others but also for your own. I did not contact you to discuss your limited experience. I called to convey my message. My word will be infused into your body and will induce a sense of well-being as you utter it. I assure you that your testimony will turn my goodness into a tangible reality. Distribute to others what you have been anticipating someone else to provide. Refrain from succumbing to self-pity and remaining isolated. Wake up and proceed with your day, anticipating the door I will unlock, the dialogue that will result in insights, and the narrative that will lead to prayer. The prayers should be lucid and replete with faith, and you should observe my actions. The Father declares, I have chosen you and no one else. You are the individual with whom I collaborate to achieve my greatest delight. God declares, I am granting you the capacity to express yourself today. I will elevate you to a state in which all of your words and actions will have the same impact as if they were spoken or done by me, through the power of my name. The Father advises you to refrain from making decisions that are beyond your control. Please refrain from judging others based on your assumptions or predictions regarding the future that do not include my promise. Touching an object will result in its blessing and subsequent development. I have granted you access to all of the locations where you walk. The agreement that was reached with Abraham remains in force and can be implemented in any current circumstance. Follow the same procedures as Abraham. You should behave as though you are deserving of it, as I regard you as more than a mere employee. I regard you as a friend. Clarify your personality until it becomes tangible to you. God is my covenant partner, and I am his friend. Abraham was in negotiations with me regarding the fate of Sodom. The changes that will occur in your location in the future are not determined by individuals who believe they are significant. Sarah and Abraham are individuals who are prepared to negotiate their faith in a manner that is comparable to Abraham's. The city's future is contingent upon its actions. Are you a member of Abraham? What is your name? According to the Father, it pertains to negotiations. In your personal life, the following are a few alternatives. What do you anticipate? Do you desire the ideal, the right, and the goodwill? But inquire boldly, as everyone will depart with your blessing. Do not hesitate to inquire. I have a distinct objective to ensure that you overcome distractions, achieve your goals, and fulfill your destiny. It is not advisable to use phrases such as, "I am too young" or "I am too old." Your limitations are not inherent limitations, rather, they are contingent upon your conviction that I possess no boundaries. I am present with you today, the Father informs. Ask, and your happiness will be fully realized. Today, God instructs us to disregard the elements and the seas. Refrain from concentrating on the frightening incidents. Refrain from listening to the doubtful murmurs that dictate your actions. Disregard the skepticism of those who assert that negative events are imminent. The Father commands, "Direct your attention to me." I am in control of the winds and the waters that pose a threat to your life. I will direct you with my eyes as you gaze upon me. I will provide you with a profound comprehension and a wise spirit to navigate the darkness and uncertainty of the situation. I am bestowing upon you the seer anointing today, which will enable you to discern the situation's murkiness and misunderstandings with clarity and emerge victorious. You will resemble an individual who asserts, "I pursue only what my Father does." You will make decisions that may be difficult for others to comprehend. However, you will be guided by the vision of my Spirit, who will dispel the mists of uncertainty and guide you to new destinations even at this moment. Acquire a pen and paper to record the image. Write down the things you observe and the things I demonstrate, my dear. You are obligated to record the information that I have already provided. You are going to record my words. Record the instructions that will be displayed upon your awakening in the morning. You will record it and execute it, and you will observe that it transpires precisely as intended. I will employ metaphors and similes to communicate with you, and I will also provide you with information that may assist you in predicting the events of tomorrow before they occur. Upon your consent, I will demonstrate the most straightforward method of adhering to your commitment. As you progress, you will arrive at the location where my justice, my pleasure, and my serenity are available to you. The component of the plan that you cherish is this. In this instance, it is evident what it means to seek the kingdom. As you requested, this is the new beginning and direction I am providing you. It persisted, even as you were on the brink of complying. Before the video continues, please like it and share it with your family. Because my channel is getting low, please share this video, like the video, and donate some dollars as super thanks. The angels are announcing today, I am amplifying my word in your mouth. Your faith will be so powerful and unbelievable that even those who have witnessed the movement of mountains will be taken aback by your visions. It is impossible to deplete the supplies in the heavens. Some mementos have not yet been displayed, however, they will be displayed today. There are numerous marvels within, beneath, and around you. You will be ecstatic to witness the accomplishments of your spirit. The hidden manna that will be the true source of your liberation and progress this season will be revealed through trust, which will lead you to the glories. It is now imperative that you develop into a more mature individual. Now is the time to eliminate individuals, beliefs, and possessions that are too immature to mature. I am a deity who can move rocks. The Father commands, give up those weak doctrines and meaningless texts that only encourage giving in to things that seem impossible to change. I bestowed the finest from above as a god. I will give my all when the enemy is at his most aggressive, and you will emerge from the battle unscathed and without even the slightest trace of smoke on your clothing. Therefore, the Father instructs, let the savage be enraged. I believe that today is the day to celebrate and live in the heavens, confident in the knowledge that the greater force is within you and that the outcome will be certain. The concept of compassion should be a topic of conversation, as God instructs us today. I advise you to cover your mouth when individuals who lack knowledge begin to shout. If they inquire about your perspective, refrain from providing any commentary. Silence is eagerly anticipated. There are instances in which the most effective method of demonstrating faith is through silence. Keep silent until I provide you with the knowledge of the pious to express your thoughts when asked. You should be cognizant of the fact that your words will serve as both a defense and a critique at this juncture. To those who have spoken out and judged without knowing the facts of the case, I say, I did not come to destroy but to redeem. Especially for those who have rejected my justice and my rule over the earth, let salvation be on your lips right now. The Father instructs you to open your mouth wide, and I will fill it. Allow your voice and words to cascade like a torrent or stream of compassion toward individuals who are stubborn and disobedient. After Jonah informed Nineveh that it would be destroyed, they altered their minds, and Jonah was incensed and unable to control his mood. Furthermore, I resolved to refrain from the city's destruction. He was displeased that the garden produce had perished and enraged that numerous individuals in the city were spared as a result of my involvement. I implore you to resolve to participate in my compassion rather than resisting it. I do not make decisions based on people's schedules. Do not think to yourself, they shouldn't try to avoid consequences. I would be compelled to confront issues within my own heart and existence if I were to render a judgment on the well-known thief. Be the compassionate voice that emanates from a kind heart and imparts words of kindness, particularly to those who are the most obstinate. I will transform them, not through harshness, but through kindness, and you will all be able to approach the Lord's table without tension. Today, God instructs us, prepare yourself for the consequences of complete victory. To have a genuine faith, it is necessary to perceive all of your actions and words as having the same impact as if they were spoken or done by me. The evil will be observed in their heinous deeds. The news that I am imposing significant consequences on those who have opposed my designs will be heard by your ears. You may wish to take pleasure in the verdicts that were rendered against them, however, I implore you to mourn their misfortune. David, who was a man after my own heart, was a man who avoided his enemies and wept. He wept over his enemies as if they were his closest friends when they passed away. Despite being deceived and defamed, his heart was brimming with empathy for their anguish. He recognized that his only chance of avoiding a comparable fate was through my affection and kindness. He was aware that his emotions were genuine. Permit this affection to reside within you. Please accept my condolences as your initial reaction upon learning of your adversary's passing. At this moment, significant issues are imminent in your region. I will disrupt everything that can be upset, and only things that are consistent with my rule will endure. The fortress of the adversary will be revealed to be considerably less formidable than it appears. Individuals who have consistently ridiculed, derided, and denigrated you will be executed in your presence. I will grant you authority over your adversaries or those who have resolved to oppose you. What are your subsequent actions? Are you planning to surpass them? Will you derive delight from and laugh at their depressing complaints? Much more than your internal emotions will be significantly influenced by your subsequent actions. Your destiny will be determined by the extent to which you extend forgiveness to those who have harmed you. Before the video continues, please comment, Amen, and please help me by giving me super thanks. Your support means a lot to us. Currently, God is inquiring as to whether you have acquired the ability to love. I am who I am because of love, not just because of my actions. Allow love to define your identity. Demonstrate compassion and benevolence toward all individuals you encounter, regardless of their behavior or disposition. They require it the most. Individuals who compartmentalize their emotions to exclude others are simply narrow-minded. I stand at the threshold of your heart and knock with those whom your natural thought, which is filled with complaints and rejections, would keep out. As the Father says, I stand at the door and knock. You are either unable to or refuse to allow those whom I sent to perish to enter if you do not wish to. You will be dining with your adversaries at the meal I have prepared for you. Therefore, prepare to position them at the table while I am killed, not only for the good and faithful, but also for the bad and unfaithful. According to the Father, love is impervious to failure. What is the rationale behind ceasing to love someone to accomplish a task? Hatred is ineffective. It lacks any genuine influence and is incapable of guiding you to a conclusion. Release all of your anxieties, including the memories of failures and injuries that have accumulated within you like an unhealed sore. Forgive, decrees the Father. Dissemination. Best of success. Even those who have defamed and insulted you should be blessed. Demonstrate mercy toward those who have undermined your reputation and deprived you of joy. Commend those who have assumed power and posed a threat. This is the sole method by which you can access all that I have in store for you in my kingdom. Dear, the sole path to progress is through unconditional affection. Today, God has announced that He is encouraging you to reach your maximum potential. The objective is not to compel you to follow a leader who was selected by God, but rather to assist you in realizing your maximum potential. At some point in your life, you will have to dismantle the false authority that has caused you to be obedient to the conditions of life, frightened and angry. It is now time for you to make a change. Currently, it is imperative that you acknowledge the possibility of change and that you can navigate the numerous opportunities that are presented by my compassion and your future. The Father instructs us to embrace vulnerability. Do not be concerned about the scandal of hopelessness, sorrow, and anger. The situation will not deteriorate. The most significant promise is yet to be fulfilled. Acknowledge this and adopt it as your primary perspective on life. You must liberate yourself from your shackles and acknowledge that you are truly liberated and saved. Decide today who you will invite to share in your sudden wealth. The forthcoming riches and benefits are not exclusively intended for you. They are intended for your family, tribe, and neighborhood. Only affection can account for its effectiveness. Your accomplishments should not be evaluated by the ones you relinquish. You have demonstrated your status as a beloved son of your eternally loving Father by being prepared to embrace everyone, including your enemies, in the kindness and beauty that I have conferred upon you, as an all-encompassing God. According to the Father, the reason for the functioning of all things is love. Despite your unwavering faith, which was capable of moving mountains, nothing was transpiring. Your perspective will evolve as you embrace a loving kindness that encompasses and expands, even toward those who have ridiculed and despised you. Today, God desires for you to be aware that you are never truly alone. Although you may have experienced feelings of isolation, you were never truly isolated. Even in the desert, where we were separated and lacked conversational companionship, I remained by your side. In addition to being present with you, I was under the supervision of celestial entities who encouraged you. Your family and loved ones were seated on the rails of triumph, where high priests were cheering you on to your certain victory. Do not give up, you are one of the cherished ones. At present, you are on the brink of crossing the finish line and securing the victory in the contest. Because love is unfailing, you have overcome the adversary and the doubters, whereas all other endeavors are subject to failure. Your Father informs you that you are utilizing the boundless energy of the heavens. Something is abundant. You receive assistance from the infinite riches of heaven, which are perpetually accessible. Allow me to saturate your mouth. The warehouse of paradise is perpetually stocked with supplies. Supply is perpetually accessible. You will ensure that you do not depart without acquiring additional items by reaching out and grabbing them. I am present to provide you with all the necessary resources. I wholeheartedly concur with your assessment. I continue to advance, obstructing all of my adversaries. The Father instructs, do not be concerned or apprehensive. Even the elements that have been absent from your life for an extended period are prepared to restore your happiness and satisfy your divine aspirations. Today, God informs you that you are not a pariah. You have occasionally experienced feelings of alienation and rebellion. However, this does not accurately represent your identity. It has been asserted that you are a lone wolf and that you are attempting to operate as a one-man show, but I do not concur with this assessment of your character. Alignment commences with the alignment of your mind and heart with mine, followed by collaboration with others whose responsibilities coincide with those I have assigned to you. The significance of accepting responsibility is underscored by the Father. Perform my duties and adhere to my directives without behaving in a manner that suggests a nervous child who is perpetually seeking approbation from others. What is the purpose of seeking acclaim from others when it is possible to receive it exclusively from my throne? You have meticulously examined the teachings of individuals whose methods you are instructed to emulate and identify discrepancies between their claims of seeking the kingdom and their actions. The Father instructs us to ascertain the significance of the situation by demonstrating the keys to success that are derived from being humble, persistent, resilient, and obedient, even in the face of opposition. It is time to give up the fear of others. No one died in your place. No man sacrificed his life for you. Now, align yourself with the only begotten, and I will place you among the many brethren who have halted the violence of the sword, ruled over nations, and done what was right by adhering to the path I have outlined for them. A genuine spiritual leader will never disparage you as a prerequisite for their purported instruction. Today, God declares, I am reclaiming the land that you have forfeited in your lifetime. I am employed in the recycling industry. You have been disregarded and evicted by certain individuals. However, I do not share this sentiment. My beloved, this fails to demonstrate the extent of my affection for you. Eliminate the sensation of being abandoned. You have not been abandoned. While you were left alone, your heart was heavy, and no one seemed to care about your requirements. I observed you. I hastened to your side to offer you solace. The Father declares, I am your solace. I am your healer. I am the divine being who provides healing for all of your internal wounds and sores, which are invisible to the naked eye. I am willing to provide you with the healing essence of my spirit, which will restore any wounds or damage that have been inflicted upon you. This is because I paid the price for it all on the cross some 2,000 years ago. The Father announces, this is your hour. You perceive a depressing atmosphere. You are unable to identify any constructive views. Ascend. Climb slightly higher into my embrace, and then place your head on my shoulder. Please allow me to demonstrate my ideas for you. Witness the model of paradise come to life on earth with enthusiasm and anticipation, as this is how I am influencing your future. The Father asserts that no force will be able to halt or alter that result. I encourage you to observe and perform well, even though others may succumb to hopelessness and give up. Concentrate on the positive developments that are imminent, as I will be by your side during this period. The angels advise you to cease self-criticism today. The Bible states, I am not angry with you. You must cease to berate and insult yourself for circumstances that are beyond your control. I feel as though I am a guy in a tomb, cutting himself with stones, because I blame and detest myself so much. I arrived at the location and shouted, liberation, and the man was discovered seated at my feet, conscious of his surroundings. I now proclaim your liberation. I did not call you to induce self-harm, and I am not doing so to make you feel low about yourself. You are cordially invited to sit at my feet and absorb knowledge. Regrettably, there are aspects of your existence that you believe you can alter, but you are unable to do so. It is time for you to relinquish the things that you are unable to change or control and entrust them to my capable hands. The outcome is unlikely to be as you had hoped if you persist in your attempts to be in control. The Father inquires, do you have faith in me? I will be accountable for all matters from this point forward. I will oversee, repair, move, and lead. I will relocate, rectify, and supervise the situation once more. Do not act without considering the consequences. You should refrain from taking any action when requested. Please be patient. Please remain patient until I provide you with my instructions. Each day, each decision, and each action should be presented to me, and they should accept my advice and inquire about my next steps. It is recommended that you proceed with tranquility. You must allocate time for solitude, allowing yourself to engage with me and others. I will converse with you in your fantasies. I will communicate with you through visual aids. I will guide you through the Spirit and reveal the contents of confidential meetings and private matters. The Father informs you that you are engaged in the most significant battle of your existence. Nevertheless, you will not exert your full vigor in this conflict. I agree with you. I am residing within you. If you place your complete faith in me, I will guide you, rectify your course, and transform your despair into pleasure. Before the video ends, I request you to help me by doing something super. Thanks. I don't have a house, and I have to make my new house. So please help us. We will be very grateful to you.